Alright, you should be ready to check your warm-up today. Have your grading utensil out. So number 1, there was an addition sign in between the parentheses, so we're just combining like terms. I'm going to start with the x with the highest exponent, which is the x cubed. I don't see any other x cubed, so I'm going to bring it down. And again, if it helps you could cross it out. The next, I've got a positive x squared here, and a negative 3x squared there, so that's going to make negative 2x squared, because remember this one has the invisible 1. You could have gone to the negative 5 next. I'm going to go in order, so I'm going to go over to this negative x. There's no other plain x's, so it just comes down. And then I've got a negative 5 and a positive 2, which makes negative 3. Now you didn't have to write it in this order. If you have x cubed minus 2x squared minus 3 minus x, that's absolutely fine. It's just the minus signs are important to make sure you have them next to the right number. Number 2, this one did have a subtraction sign in the middle, and we don't want a subtraction sign, so we're going to go add the opposite. Make sure you make the opposite for everything in that second parenthesis, and then we combine our like terms. So now I have a 3xy squared and a negative 5xy squared, so that's negative 2xy squared. I have a negative 2x and a positive 2x, so those are going to cancel out, because remember we don't write 0x, we just drop it. And then I've got a positive y or 1y and a negative 3y, so that's going to make negative 2y. Again, 0x is not acceptable. We just drop that one completely off. And there's your answers. Here are your homework answers from last night. So let's go through and check them. 1 was talking about the properties. 2, they did it vertically, they changed it. If you like that way, that's fine. If you don't have to. The biggest thing is to make sure that you change all the signs when you do it vertically if it's a subtraction problem. So there's 1 through 5. You can go through, you can see where I added the opposite on 2 and 4 and distributed that negative to each of the problems. Going ahead to scroll up. 6, they multiplied everything by negative 1. To find the opposite, you're really just changing the signs. Number 7, how much greater means you're subtracting them. So you have to add the opposite. And number 8, to add and subtract polynomials, you're really truly just combining your like terms. When you're done checking, unpause the video to go over what you're doing in class today. Today you're just going to work on the 2 sections that we've done so far in Module 14, 1 and 2. So you're working on these in class. There is an answer key that you can check your work with. If you need to work with a partner, just make sure that you're catching all the little details you might be missing.